What's going on, guys? It was a great February for me, lots of growth. We had thousands of new followers, and I'm proud to say millions of views throughout the month of February. So thank you everybody who has subscribed, followed, and liked my efforts to put you out some ATV content. Unfortunately, there hasn't been much racing content because, well, I live in New York and the weather sucks. The ground didn't stay frozen for most of it, so we didn't get to do our winter series. Well, we only got to do one race of the winter series, so that sucked. They had 4 scheduled, so we lost out on 3 chances to ride there. And the ground is so wet right now, you don't want to go out anyway. You'll just tear everything up. So it leaves me to make shop videos, and today's video is going to be about that exhaust. I got this machine used with about 500 miles on it. It's got a little over 2,000 miles on it now. All of that has been done on the same exhaust with the same packing. But we should be able to just drill out the rivets and replace that packing inside and freshen her up a little bit. I got the exhaust off the quad, no problem. I pulled this piece of pipe off with it because I think I'm gonna try to wrap it in heat tape. I've seen a few other guys do it, and I've heard cooler temps equal more horsepower, so we'll give that a go. But this was our main objective, to get this thing off and replace the packing inside. As you can see, it is the Yoshimura Can-Am exhaust, and I noticed there was a hidden tag on the back here that was covered by dirt. The racing warning label. But it is a nice exhaust. It's starting to sound pretty clapped out like an empty tin can. So I've got some plans for this. If you've watched my other videos, BBR, my buddy Mike Barone does Cerakoting, and I've talked to him about Cerakoting this can. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't have anything else that's chrome on the entire quad except for this shiny mirror looking tip and aluminum shiny can. So we are gonna Cerakote this entire thing black. I've got some nice orange rivets that'll just do those. I might do these accent strips in orange, and I don't know what to do about the emblem. That might just get drilled out, ripped off, thrown away, and we'll just put some nice orange rivets in the holes to plug them up. But I think all black with just some orange head rivets will really make this thing match the machine a lot nicer, blend in a lot nicer on the back end, and hopefully hide itself a little bit. Like I said, that chrome tip really sticks out on this all orange and black setup. So step 1 is going to be removing each individual rivet so that we can get everything separated. I don't know if I have to separate the mounting brackets on this. I don't think I'm going to drill those out. Not relevant to repacking it. The big thing to repack it is get these side ones out so this cone can come off the front, and I'm assuming drill out all of them, even the back side too, and pull that section away so that we can get into the guts. But I mean, I'll start with one side so I don't have to, so I can answer my own question if I have to do both. But I'll start with just one side, maybe this side first. get into that, see if we can remove everything from just the front. If we have to do more drilling, we'll take those off in the back as well. I got the rivets out. As you can see, there was 6 total to get that cap off, but now I've got the difficult task of separating the cap from the actual canister. So wish me luck. Alright, I'm still attempting to get this thing apart. I got my channel locks on there, grabbing the sucker hanging off of my bench vise, banging the crap out of it. It still does not want to separate. I'm kind of at a loss here. I've marked it up quite a bit with the rubber hammer. I've marked it up quite a bit with the steel hammer, so it's getting banged up. I hope I can get this thing apart, but we're going to keep trying. Holy crap, this thing fought me every step of the way, and as you can see, I did a number on this sucker, but look at that, she's apart. Now to get out all this packing, and we'll restart on everything else. The spark arrestor was still inside of the muffler, and the bolt to remove the spark arrestor was stripped when I purchased the machine. So I was never able, I actually raced with this since I bought the machine. So I'm hoping to see at least some performance difference now that I've got a spark arrestor removed. But that was the big reason why I was having so much difficulty separating the cone from the rest of it. I just started with that front cone, drilled out those rivets and tried to remove it, when in fact that back cone was attached to that center pipe, and that center pipe had this attached to it. Well, not attached to it, but wedged inside of it. And then this was actually screwed onto the cone. So everything was fighting each other. That's why I had such a difficult time. And again, I'm a video editor. I'm not a metal worker, so I don't have a lot of the tools that I need in the shop to get that job done. But I did get it done. It does look a little worse for the wear, but who cares? It's a race quad as long as it works. And the fresh packing inside, I'm sure, is sealing up any little gaps that my crappy metal work may have left. So those shouldn't be a performance hindering issue. I'm looking forward to hearing what it sounds like. I really am, because without this thing in there, and it got a little squished when I tried to remove it, but without this thing in there, it should sound different. And with the new packing in there, it should sound different. I really did a number trying to get this cone off of it and bent the crap out of the metal. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap there now. So hopefully when we put in the rivets, that makes up that gap a little bit. Everything fits a little bit tighter. But the metal around did get stretched. I really had to pry on things to get that cone off of there. The back one came off no problem. And as you can see, there's kind of an internal pipe that slides in. And before that gets slid in, we will rewrap it with some of the insulator. This wants to be completely bare. I did leave the badging from Yoshimura. Just took it to the wire wheel, got off all the paint. We're gonna possibly do that in another color. I wanna talk to Barone first, see what his thoughts are. But for now, we're gonna get everything cleaned up. It is bare metal, and then we will Cerakote it and reassemble.
I have a parts washer here that's got degreaser in it. So the first part in Cerakoting is to get all the grease off of it, everything. So we're gonna put this in the parts washer, let it sit for a little bit, and then we're gonna scrub it.
That's good too.
But we'll let these soak for a little bit, and then we'll give them a nice wash.
Yeah, maybe you should plug it in.
just sandblasted Drew's can here. Now I'm just wiping it down with acetone to make sure there's nothing, like grease on there or anything like that, that's gonna affect the Cerakote. And then we're gonna let it dry for a minute, and then we're gonna start spraying it. You know where this is gonna go, right?
Right in my can.
What happened, Drew?
Oh, it broke too high. Mike's just using some heat tape to hold the insulation in place so when we put it into the canister it doesn't come unraveled. While he's finishing that up, I actually just use FMF packing. I'm sure there's other brands you could use. I just had this one readily available, so I grabbed that. Don't tell Can-Am or Yoshimura that I'm putting FMF packing in their muffler, but I'm sure it'll work just as good as their stuff.
It's a good ASMR noise.
Sounds like two rabbits having sex.
Yeah.
that's a wrap. Get it? Exhaust wrap. Hey, thanks for watching my rebuild of this Yoshimura exhaust on my Can-Am Renegade 1000. I really appreciate Mike Barone over at BBR for his job with the Cerakote. Looks amazing. If you're interested in having Mike do something for you, give him a call. I'll put the number up on the screen right here. Before I start it up for you, I want to encourage you to check out some of the links below this video. If you're on your smartphone, just scroll down. There's some designs on some apparel. I'm not going to say merch. I hate that word, but eventually we're going to have to adapt it. Apparel, merch, merchandise, whatever you want to call it. I got some designs out at drewcampbellracing.com. Show some love for all the ATV content I'm bringing you guys. And without further ado, let's hear this sucker run.